Welcome to Tax File. I am your host, Lauri Bala Hassan. Today's show promises to be insightful and engaging. We begin with the latest tax news, keeping you informed on key developments. Next, in our Did You Know segment, we share fascinating tax facts and tidbits. Then we move to Vox Pop segment, where we hear directly from you, our audience. This is followed by the Knowledge Zone, where we take a deeper dive into your perspectives and opinions. Up next is Professional Insights, where experts provide us with valuable information on today's topic. And finally, in our Words on the Net segment, we respond to your questions and comments from our social media platforms. Stay tuned for an enlightening episode. And now the news. In a bid to drive progress and strengthen the policy framework of Naira for Crude initiative, the technical subcommittee convened recently at the Ministry of Finance headquarters. Taxation on crude oil is primarily governed by the Petroleum Profit Tax, PPT, which applies to companies involved in upstream petroleum operations such as exploration, production, and the initial sale of crude oil and natural gas. This meeting was attended by the high echelons in the sector. Aisha Abdul was there and now reports.
The high-level meeting was attended by key stakeholders, including the Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edu, virtually present. The Executive Chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, Zak Adedeji, the Chief Financial Officer, CFO, of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC, and the Executive Commissioner of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA, also virtually present. Other notable participants included the Special Advisor to the Honorable Minister, Nana Hawa Ibrahim, the Coordinator of the NNPC refineries, and the representatives from the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Dangote Refinery, and NNPC Trading Limited. Discussions focused on assessing ongoing developments within the policy, such as tax rates, allowable deductions, and administrations. This is reaffirming stakeholders' commitment to its effective implementation. This meeting underscores a concerted effort to ensure the sustainability of its innovative initiative in Nigeria's economy and energy landscape. This tax framework ensures that Nigerian government receives a fair share of profit from the exploitation of its oil and gas resources, contributing significantly to national revenue.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Southeast Development Commission, Mark Okoye, paid a visit to the Executive Chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, Zak Adedeji, at the Revenue House in Abuja. The meeting was described as highly productive, with discussions focusing on strategic priorities and potential areas of collaboration to drive economic growth in the region. Sir Ahmad Chido has that report.
Mark Okoye shared a key highlight of the Commission's strategic roadmap, which prioritized advancing major infrastructure projects as a catalyst for regional development. He emphasized the importance of reducing risk in key sectors and attracting private sector's investment to realize those goals. Dr. Adedeji expressed strong alignment with the fiscal strategies and intervention approaches represented, making a significant step toward fostering collaboration between the FIRS and the Southeast Development Commission. This partnership underscores a shared commitment to addressing critical infrastructure needs and enhancing sustainable development across the region. The discussion reflects the dedication of both leaders to creating a robust economic framework and empowering communities through innovative solutions and investment strategies. This engagement highlights the pivotal role of interagency collaboration in achieving national development objectives.
Meanwhile, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, has introduced the deduction of tax at source withholding regulations 2024, which took effect on January 1, 2025. The new policy aims to improve tax compliance, simplify administration, and support businesses. The executive chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, Zak Adedeji, has emphasized on the importance of effective communication in tax administration. This was during the West Africa Tax Administration Forum Council meeting held recently in Abuja. The executive chairman tasked the country's correspondents and heads of corporate communications as frontline ambassadors of our tax institutions to take responsibility of shaping narratives, clarifying policies, and fostering voluntary compliance. The WATAF Council deliberated on issues bordering on institutional sustainability, administrative overview of WATAF Secretariat's operations, among others. Aisha Abdul-Qadir again reports.
In his opening remarks, the executive chairman said that historically, Nigeria has always been at the forefront of promoting international tax cooperation and has been a key contributor to the development of the West African Tax Administration Forum, WATAF, providing technical assistance and capacity building programs to member countries. Our country has also been at the forefront of promoting regional cooperation in tax administration, recognizing the importance of collaboration in addressing common challenges. The FIRS remains committed to supporting initiatives that drive tax policy development and capacity building, not just in Nigeria, but across the West African region. We recognize the importance of domestic resource mobilization in achieving economic development and growth. I encourage all participants to actively engage in discussions, leverage this gathering to build stronger professional networks, and commit to implementing the knowledge gained for the betterment of our tax systems.
Country correspondent and head of corporate communications, you are the frontline ambassadors of tax institutions, responsible for shaping narratives, clarifying policy, and fostering voluntary compliance. Also, the WATAF Council will deliberate on issues bordering on the institutional sustainability of WATAF, consider the WATAF progress report alongside carrying out other administrative overview of WATAF secretariat operations.
The theme is about ensuring that we effectively communicate, and those who are participating in this program are the major communications actors in revenue administrations in Africa and West Africa. Because we have in this program what we call the country correspondent.
It's about that, bringing all heads of communications together and then bringing the country correspondents together. So both the country correspondents and the heads of communication can partner together in pushing the WATAF agenda. Basically, it's about that. And to reshape tax administration in West Africa, bring about reshaping tax administration and pushing together the agenda of reshaping tax administration in West Africa, especially in this digital era. And so we are here to contribute. I am the country correspondent, and I'm here with the head of communication, and we are hoping that by the time we're going back to Ghana, there will be that effective collaboration between the country correspondents and the heads of communication in pushing the agenda of WATAF in Ghana.
And that wraps up the news segment. And now to our Did You Know segment.
Did you know any company that pays their taxes before their filing due date are entitled to 1% discount?
Let's join Mariam for the Vox Pop.
Hello and welcome. Today we're out on the streets again to find out how many people actually pay taxes. Come with me. We want to find out today if you pay tax. Do you pay tax?
I'm paying tax.
Okay. How do you pay your tax?
I'm paying tax. There's some companies and the area where I stay, these prices. So, and the company are registered from many company and do which.
We're here to find out if you pay tax. What do you do?
I'm a driver by profession.
Okay, so do you pay tax?
Yes, I pay.
Okay. Okay.
I pay tax now because this AMAC ticket we are buying, all those revenue that we are paying, tax here and there, is not part of the tax.
Yes.
I pay.
All right. What kind of business?
I sell ropes, I sell ties,
Okay.
and I'm a security too.
Okay. Do you pay tax? Do you pay tax?
I know they pay tax, so because I know get money.
What do you do, sir? We would want to know.
Yes, I'm a civil servant.
Okay. Do you pay tax?
Of course, I pay tax.
Okay.
Yes, I pay tax.
How do you pay your tax?
I pay tax everything from my office. And I pay tax even my office. When you check all our data, you will see that yes, before my salary comes in, they deduct my what I'm entitled to pay for the federal government. They deduct it, so I pay tax. And other tax I'm as well as also paying from recharge cards, from this and others. We pay tax, so we pay tax for making our country to move forward.
Do you pay tax?
Yes, I pay tax.
How do you pay your tax?
I pay tax by the AMAC tickets we are buying, and also the FCT revenue that we are paying is part of our tax that we are paying.
Let's bring Ashu to take us through the knowledge zone.
Hello, I am Ashu Abe. Welcome to Knowledge Zone. Today we'll be talking about why we need to pay our taxes. Why should we pay our taxes? Paying taxes is a legal requirement in Nigeria, enforced by laws such as the Personal Income Tax Act, the Company Income Tax Act, backed by the Constitution. The Federal Inland Revenue Service Act of 2007 gives the FIRS the authority to assess, collect, and account for federal taxes, making it mandatory for eligible individuals and companies to comply. Your tax payments fund critical public services, including education, building schools, paying teachers and providing materials, healthcare, constructing hospitals, supporting medical staff, and supplying equipment, infrastructure, developing roads, bridges, and water systems, security, funding police and military for law and order, social welfare, assisting the poor, elderly, and vulnerable, economic development, supporting projects like industrialization and agriculture, debt servicing, managing national debt for financial stability. So you see, this is why we should all pay our taxes for national development. Thank you.
Finally, let's gain some expert perspectives on the professional insight.
The Facility Management Department acts as a vital support service to the Federal Inland Revenue Service. Its core responsibility is to create and maintain a conducive, efficient, and cost-effective workspace for FRS staff, thus enabling them to fulfill their obligation of the organization's primary goal of revenue generation. This aligns with the Executive Order Number 11 of 2022 that establishes the Maintenance Department in all MDAs and emphasizes enhancing staff productivity, commitment, and operational excellence for the benefits of our taxpayers. Collaboration with other departments to achieve revenue generation goals. Facility Management Department works hand in hand with other departments to ensure a seamless operation that directly or indirectly benefits our taxpayers. In our tax offices, we collaborate with our end users to ensure a joint site selection of our facilities, which provides accessibility to both staff, easy accessibility to both staff and taxpayers. The Security and Safety Management Department is also one of the stakeholders we collaborate with to ensure that our facilities meet safety standards for both our staff and our taxpayers. We also collaborate with the Legal Department to ensure that buildings and facilities that we take on are free of any legal disputes, and as well the Procurement Department to ensure timely, cost-effective provision of all our facilities. The Technology and Finance and Account Departments are also departments that we collaborate with to integrate modern tools and infrastructure in improving the efficiency of our service delivery to taxpayers. Ultimately, the Facility Management Department collaborates with every aspect of the service to create awareness to our staff in caring for their own facility. Facility Management Departments sensitize staff to maintain a high standard that ultimately reflects in the taxpayer satisfaction when they visit our premises. In alignment with Federal Inland Revenue Service Management Strategic Focus for 2025, Facility Management Department is strategically enhancing its operations to focus on the facility enhancements, which is one of the focus areas. And the key initiatives we seek to deploy to achieve this includes: one, the onboarding of the integrated facility management services. This seeks to address challenges of maintenance, implement solutions that are preventive rather than reactive, and also adopt best practices in facility management. Another initiative of the Facility Management Department is to redesign our office layouts such that we have optimized workspaces that meet up with world-class standards and create functional, appealing environments that positively influences the taxpayer's perception of the Federal Inland Revenue Service. We seek to do this by providing strategic presence in all our facilities, ensuring that our offices are strategically located and have ease of accessibility to taxpayers nationwide. The strategies that the Facility Management Department seeks to employ to meet the ever-increasing needs of the service includes, but are not limited to, the deployment of innovative strategies to adapt to evolving demands, ensuring taxpayers experience seamless service. We seek to engage management at a strategic level for continuous alignment with organizational goals. Also, we would adopt a preventive maintenance approach for minimal disruptions to our operations in all FRS facilities. Implementing effective space management and consistent hygienic practices is also one of the initiatives that the department would employ in 2025 to enhance operational efficiency. The Facility Management Department seeks to prioritize staff's well-being by providing facilities such as functional cafeterias, gymnasium, and other facilities that seeks the well-being of our staff and ultimately provide a productive workforce. The Facility Management Department would also deploy renewable energy solutions to our facilities nationwide for sustainable operation that reduces the taxpayers' burdens when they come to our facility to carry out their businesses. Modern day practices that Facility Management Departments would employ includes the integration of cutting-edge practices to optimize services for our taxpayers. The service seeks to reduce reliance on rented accommodation to cut costs and improve service delivery, and this the Facility Department aims to achieve by targeting the reduction of rented accommodation in the service and subsequent movement into our own owned facilities. The automation of the processes in the facility management department by deploying smart technologies like the Internet of Things for real-time monitoring and operation is also one of the strategies that the department would employ. The deployment of technological solutions to the operations of facility management department would enable the department to leverage on data-driven decision-making for efficiency in our operations. We'd also seek to train and retrain staff on collaborative tools such as integrated project management software to boost the transparency and coordination of projects delivery within the department. The facility management department, within the strategic goal of FIRS in 2025, also seek to launch an in-house developed facility management solution for fault reporting and deployment of diesel monitoring system to ensure consistent power supply in high revenue yielding offices. By embedding taxpayer-focused strategies and modern practices, Facility Management Department enhances the FIRS's ability to meet its revenue generation mandate effectively while creating a professional and welcoming environment to all stakeholders nationwide.
Welcome to What's on the Net. I am Amina Adiola Abbas. On X, at Web3 Engineer says, I would like to inquire about the tax implications of cryptocurrency transactions in Nigeria. Specifically, I seek clarifications on whether earnings from cryptocurrency trading, mining, or investments are subject to taxation under the current tax laws. Well, Nigeria's current tax bill for 2024 supports crypto taxation. The government plans to tax cryptocurrency transactions, including those conducted on exchanges, with a proposed 0.5 to 1% capital gains tax on crypto profits and a 10% value-added tax VAT on exchanges. In Nigeria, cryptocurrency transactions are subject to taxation, but the laws and regulations are still evolving. The Finance Act 2023 introduced a 10% tax on gains from the disposal of digital assets, including cryptocurrencies. This means that earnings from the cryptocurrency trading, mining, or investments are taxable. The taxable event includes selling cryptocurrencies for Naira, using cryptocurrencies to purchase goods or services, and receiving cryptocurrencies as payment for goods or services. Also, Adman's Gold Coins on X says, how does the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, coordinate the state tax authorities regarding tax returns for individuals and businesses with operations in multiple states? Well, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, in Nigeria coordinates with state tax authorities through various mechanisms such as interagency collaboration and information sharing to ensure compliance with tax laws and regulations. They also recognize the importance of transparency by preventing double taxation as well as conducting joint tax audit to ensure that taxpayers comply with tax laws and regulations. The joint effort helps to reduce the risk of tax evasion and ensures that taxpayers are held accountable for their tax obligations.
We've explored key insights today. I hope it's been both enlightening and engaging. Until next time, I am Laure Bala Hassan, and this has been TaxFile. Stay informed, stay empowered. FIRS, simplifying tax, maximizing revenue.
Welcome to